Man, what's going on, guys? This is Josh Terral, your local realtor out here in Northwest Arkansas, and today we're going to be talking about the home buying process. Okay, so first up on the list, we have meeting up with an agent. So you're going to meet up with a realtor like me, and we're going to walk you through the entire process and tell you what's going to happen and what you should look out for. And next, we have getting pre-approved. So this is where somebody like me is going to connect you with a lender, or if you have a lender of your choice, you can use them. They're going to run your financials, and they're going to tell you exactly what you qualify for, and they're going to run your credit. They're going to do all that kind of stuff just to tell you where you sit, just to make sure that you can actually afford a home. Like I said, right after you get the pre-approval, we're going to walk right into the most exciting thing, which is house shopping. This is where you're going to tell me and let me know exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to walk with you hand in hand and finding the perfect home for you. Like I said, once you find that most perfect home for you, we're going to put an offer in, and hopefully the sellers are going to accept it. And then once that seller finally accepts that offer, we're going to go under contract. Okay, so whenever we're in that under contract period, there's going to be all sorts of different things going on in the background just to make sure that you guys can actually get the keys to your home and move in. So while we're under contract, we're going to have this inspection period. So that's where we're going to get an inspector to come into the house just to make sure there's no major damages or anything. Because if there are some major damages with the house, we would like to know that, just so you don't get into the house and then get a major surprise once you move in and get all settled. Okay, let's say the inspector actually does find something during his inspection. That's where we're going to go in and negotiate the repairs, because you don't want to buy a house that has some kind of major damage that you're going to have to pay for directly. So we'll see if the seller will take care of the issue, if they'll give you some kind of compensation for it. That's how we're going to take care of that problem. So besides the inspection period, there's still more things going on in the background during this under contract period just to make sure that you can actually get the keys to your house and move in. For example, the lender is working extremely hard, taking the loan through underwriting just to make sure that everything lines up exactly the way that it should line up. For example, they're going through your credit, your employment history, your debt, your income, everything, just to make sure that you can actually afford this house. And going through this underwriting process is actually where a lot of deals fall apart. So another thing that goes on during this under contract period is an appraisal. So an appraiser is going to come in and just confirm the value of the house. And you also have the title company hard at work, just making sure that the title is good and clear and that there's not going to be any issues with transfer of title. And then once we finally get that full approval from the lender, like everything's good to go, you can afford the financing on the home, we're going to go in, have a final walkthrough, just make sure everything checks out with the home, and then on to closing day. Ooh, it's closing day. Okay, now this is actually the most exciting part of the entire process, because this is where you officially become a homeowner and get the keys to your house. If you guys did not know what the home buying process looked like, I really hope this helps somebody out. And if you guys want to know more about the home buying process, or if you guys have any other questions about real estate in general, I'd love to get in contact with you and help you guys out. So DM me the word home, and I'd love to talk with you about anything that you guys might be curious about. See you guys later.